Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Sky Guy Collectors. This is your boy Luis, and this is my co-host.
Chris here. What's up, guys? Welcome back.
Welcome, guys. Well, Joe cannot be here on tonight. My boy is doing work. If you guys need somebody for a loan, especially for your houses, you know the market's out there. Hit up our boy Joe.
Need somebody to rob a bank for
If you
you?
need, yeah,
Call
exactly, man.
Joe.
You need somebody to rob a bank.
Call Joe.
You know, Joe is your guy. Joe, we miss you.
Joe's your man. Joe's the man.
Joe, yeah, Joe, you're the man. We miss you. But Joe sends his regards. He said he feels bad for missing this, but Joe, you're holding it down, so thank you for that. But guys, I need you guys to come in real quick. I need you guys come to the screen. Come to the screen.
You want me to come to the screen, too?
Yeah. We need a favor.
Yes. Why are we whispering?
Because it's a secret.
It's a shh.
We don't want to talk about Bruno, but we do want to talk about our subscriptions. I got him. We don't want to talk about
song all the time, man. We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno, but we're gonna be talking about these subscriptions. So we need a favor. Continue just to like, subscribe, and hit that notification. We're almost
hit that bell.
We're almost close to 200 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for your support. I can't believe that we're almost to 200. So we're gonna stop talking about Bruno, but we're still gonna be talking about the subscriptions. So continue to share and like and comment. It means the world to us.
Comment. Tell us what you like about the videos. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm eager to talk to people, man.
I'm eager to learn how I can make my unboxing videos better, or whatever you do like or don't like.
Yeah, your CH figure arts.
CH figure arts. If you saw the Thor one, you know how great I can enunciate words. I know how to say all the characters' names, especially Thor's hammer, for sure.
Mjolnir.
I said Mola something. I don't know what I said.
Well, you said Momo or something. I don't know.
I don't know what I said. I said a character from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, but yeah. Before we get off track,
it's not like Stormbreaker. Stormbreaker was easy to say.
Yeah, man, I should have got Stormbreaker. That would have been easier. But yeah, guys, definitely tune in, watch our videos. We thank you so much for your support. But today,
a lot of shows coming up. We
got a lot of content for you guys, so please don't miss out. Today, my boy Chris is about to lead the charge. So, Chris, take it away.
So, in this episode, we are going to give our review on the Book of Boba Fett. Now, before you go on listening to this video, please, if you haven't seen the Book of Boba Fett, pause it here, come back later to hear what we have to say. Because there'll be slight spoilers. We're not going to go too much in detail, but slight spoilers. So let's get this ball rolling. Finally, to begin the year, we have a Star Wars show. First off, I'm going to go back to my boy Luis. What was your first impressions of the Book of Boba Fett?
Oh my gosh. Well, as a whole, initially, are we considered the whole entire series or
the whole series?
Okay.
From the beginning to end.
Yeah, from beginning to end. I'm gonna say my initial reactions. I'm gonna say it felt like a letdown. I felt hurt, a little bit disappointed, and I felt like, I honestly feel like there was just certain things that Disney did to just grab our attentions that really kind of hurt Boba Fett in a sense. But I understand that it's something to move things forward. We'll go into it more in depth of what I mean in terms of that. But like initially, it did feel like a letdown. I'm not gonna lie. I even told Chris, I was like, dude, I'll just wait until it's done. I'm not waiting a week every week.
See, I respect that. I'm gonna disagree in the terms of as a Star Wars show. We don't have that many of them.
We don't.
For a Star Wars show, it was good Star Wars show. Now, uh, um, uh, John Favreau wrote the series, so John Favreau was the writer. He also directed an episode. So did Dave Filoni. Now, my impressions of the series entirely was a good series. If they have a season 2, I will watch it again. I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm gonna watch it. Um, I think Boba Fett himself. There's always controversy with Boba Fett since the movies.
Mm.
Because at the end of no, the beginning of Return of the Jedi, he dies, and then he disappears. We don't know what happened to him. Then we have, especially if you're a Star Wars fan, you read comics, you read books. He came back, but we never knew how he came back.
Right.
Okay, so that's going to lead to my first segue.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first 2 episodes, I would say that it was fan pleasing episodes of Book of Boba.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree or disagree, but we got to see him how he got out of the Sarlacc Pit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And we got to see what happened to him after the Sarlacc Pit.
Yeah.
So and I expressed this to you right in the beginning. I like flashbacks, but I don't like flashbacks to last a long period of time in a TV series.
Yeah.
They have to be short and simple. Luckily enough, the flashbacks only lasted 3 episodes, which was good. I'll take that. 3 was a little too much, but I'll take it. What did you think about that? How the beginning started?
It just, to me, it just went like that first episode. Just for me was a bad taste. I was like, I understand the beginning of like the pit and everything. Like we needed that. Like how did he survive? So I understood that. But because it picks off from Mandalorian season 2. For those that may not know, but it take place right after Mando season 2. Um, it just felt like it was just off. I mean, the last time we see him, he's this badass bounty hunter or badass, Boba Fett, and then we get him into this new territory. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to protect you, and then he gets beat up by shields. Like, I don't know, that like was a big slap to my face. Well, it felt like a big slap, period, because it was just like, man, you just said you were gonna protect these people, and then you just got jumped.
Yeah, it was. I feel you on that one. Just Boba Fett in the beginning of the series wasn't 100% physically.
Right, but even
That's why he had to. That's why he had to utilize the bacta tank.
yeah, but
he was hurt.
Yeah, but you can't even use
was
that
hurt.
argument because in the flashbacks he was still hurt, and he showed more badass moments in the flashbacks
But
than he did in this.
yeah, but I think what they were trying to show us as viewers is he was in the crossroads of his life. Now, in the Sarlacc Pit, he almost died. So he had a close death experience. Okay, usually a close death experience changes your mindset moving forward in life, and you can take that in real life.
Yeah.
You want to change your ways. He had conflict of who he was. Now, the theme was choice. That was the whole purpose of the whole episode of Book of Boba Fett. Choices.
Yeah.
His choice was: does he still want to be a bounty hunter, or does he want to rule something, but rule with helping people to help him as a community,
Right.
as a growing community? That was his goal. Because if you look at his flashbacks, especially with his dad, you see him. He was alone as his dad was flying away to go on a bounty.
Yeah.
So as a kid, he had a lot of anxiety of not being with his dad all the time. He was always alone.
Right.
So that It took me to watch. I watched every episode twice,
Mm,
and I felt the same way as you did when I watched it the first time. It didn't turn me off. It was just I was trying to understand what they were trying to tell us in the terms of storytelling.
mm,
And I think all the flashback stuff could have happened in one episode.
mm, mm.
I think it would have been summed up. Um, he was a little soft, but at the same time, I don't think he was healthy enough to defend himself or anybody. And plus, he had Phoenix Shan, who I think, let's be honest, Phoenix Shan is she's the true leader.
Yeah,
you know, yeah, she's the true leader, but I think she owed him a life debt because he saved her life.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, so that's leading us into okay, Phoenix Shan and Boba. Uh, we actually get to see the scene where, and I'm liking this because they're starting to tie things in that we saw in Mando
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
he found Phoenix Shan. He helped her,
Right.
and then he told her what he wanted to do. He at that time, at that point in time, he wanted to get his Slave One. He wanted to get it, and I said it, people. The ship is called Slave One. Do you disagree with me, Louis?
I don't even remember what the name of the ship was called. To
Yeah,
be honest with you.
it's controversy. Disney changed the name.
Oh, did they?
They got rid of Slave. They got rid of Slave One. Now it's known as Boba's ship or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's
No,
whack.
it's Slave One. Anyway, so we have that going on. I think that was a little dry. Them going back to the palace to get his ship and stuff like that. Um, I want to get into the cool parts of the
Yeah,
show,
yeah, yeah.
and then I want to end with some things that I didn't like about it, and I think you would agree. Um, first cool moment. First cool moment in this show. We get the twins, the Hut
Yeah, the
twins,
Huts. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
the
Hut
Hut
twins.
twins.
We finally have other Huts, which is cool because I thought they were all extinct. So I'm happy that we're getting Huts again. Then also at the same time, we got Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah,
How awesome was that?
yeah, the Wookiee. Oh my gosh, to see another Wookiee, but badass was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. He has a big story in comic books, which was cool. So they're actually bringing the comic book canon into the comic books are coming into canon
Yeah,
now. Um, he was cool. His backstory is also. I'm not going to go too much into it. The only thing I would say that the scar that he has on his eye came from Obi-Wan.
damn right, Obi-Wan. Good
So
job.
so saying that, I'm hoping to maybe if they could show us that happening in the Obi-Wan series, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It'll connect it too. He's an awesome character. I liked him. I'm glad you liked him too. When this was all going on, what were you feeling at this point in the show?
With the Huts and
Yes.
well, it was nice to see the Huts because I was like, to me, I thought that was going to be the key point of the story, to be honest, because Boba takes Jabba the Hutt's. Oh, not Jabba the Hutt's. What's the Hutt's? The other Hut that he took over. The one that he killed.
Which Jabba killed?
No, 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 that Boba killed.
Oh, his second in command. What's his name? Uh the Twi'lek. What's his name?
Yeah, yeah. But
See, he killed him at the end of
yeah, he
Mando.
killed
Yes.
him. So he kind of broke the rules in the sense of like, I'm gonna take over this, and the Huts was like, no, 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 no. Technically, this is my land by creed. So you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to fight me for it. And I really thought that was gonna be the point of this whole entire series, to be honest, because the
Mm-hmm.
Huts, they're they run the underground. They run
Mm-hmm.
the dark scenes in a sense, like the dark secrets. I can't the black
Mm-hmm.
market. There you go. I was trying
Yeah,
to think of the word. I kept saying dark.
the underworld,
The
man. The
underworld. There you go.
underworld.
I don't know why I was thinking dark for
Underworld.
some reason. I think I just got dark saber. We're gonna get to it, but in my mind. But yeah, they run the black market, so I really thought we were gonna get the Huts and we were gonna get this big war in a sense. And I really thought.
Well,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
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 no. Go ahead. I'm
I
sorry.
really thought that was going to be the segue to get all these different bounty hunters, because you know the
Hmm.
Huts, they since they run the black market, they hire bounty hunters to do their stuff.
Yes.
So I really thought, it was like, yo, we're gonna get like thousands of bounty hunters. We're gonna get Boss. We're gonna get like
Hmm.
King Bane. We're gonna get blah 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 blah, and
Well,
someone's gonna die.
you know, so perfect. You said that. Now this is why Boba's trying not to live that life anymore. He told Fennec Shan he was tired of dying for other, almost dying for other people.
Yeah,
It didn't reward him. He kept on almost dying every time. So what kind of life is that? That's a life of living alone,
yeah.
in a sense, you know. So I like when the Huts came in. The Huts threatened him, told him make sure he sleeps well at night, and then next thing you know,
Uh,
they sent Black Chrysanthemum to go kill him.
but
Now, but it's a good fight sequence, and before that fight sequence happens, um, it's good to note that now in Star Wars we have the Power Rangers.
yeah, my boy. No, hold up, hold up, hold up. Bubba gets
Come on now.
Bubba was like, yo, you know what? I need backup, so he hires Power Rangers for his backup.
Yes.
But can we talk about how the Power Rangers literally they were hired so no one could get in the building, and not
Yes.
even 24
As
hours of being on the job,
if somebody came in.
someone came in.
And they're half robots, man. So you think they would have some kind of detectors?
Dude, I was
But
so annoyed. I was like, dude, you guys got hired to
yes.
protect him, and
So they were known as the mods. They were known as the
they're
mods,
Power
right?
Rangers.
And they drove these
Oh my
speeders
gosh.
that were so clean. That was so clean. That does not fit on tap. See, out of everything in all of the Book of Boba, is that's the one thing that I could have done without. Now that episode with the Power Rangers, they could have just left that out.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only episode they could have left out. And I'm saying that as a Star Wars fan. They're a cool gang on Coruscant, but not a gang on Tatooine where everything's mainly run down and raggedy and dusty and broken. They were driving things that were shiny. Like, come on, they were driving
They
BMWs.
just didn't look cool. They looked off.
No, yeah, that was a miss for me. I did miss. So getting back to Black Chrysanthemum goes in there. He's whooping Boba's butt all over the place. So the mods come in, they help him. They wrangle up Black Chrysanthemum, but then they bring him in front of. They surrounded him in the throne room,
Yeah.
and we get a scene where it's something that I like to see. It is homage of Return to Jedi when Luke fell into the Rancor pit.
Yeah.
So Black Chrysanthemum falls in the Black Chrysanthemum falls in the Rancor pit, and he's all scared, thinking there's a Rancor down there, but there's nothing.
No.
That was cool. That the gate opens and there's nothing. So moving forward, I think the fight scene was good. The choreography was pretty good. It could have been better. Black Chrysanthemum is a lot more stronger than that, but I think there's so much you could do with a live actor doing that. I think if you're going to do more like of destroying things as a Wookiee could do, I think that has to be all CG. I think that's my opinion. Um, so next scene we go in, the twins come back and they're actually apologizing to Boba, and they gave him a gift, and the gift was a
Yeah,
Rancor,
the Rancor gift was
which is
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. And then also you got to see Boba showing a different side. He let Black Chrysanthemum go, but it was funny when he let Black Chrysanthemum go. Black Chrysanthemum ran to the middle of nowhere. He just ran away.
Yeah, and
Like, where did he
that
go?
was that
That
was
was a little weird. That was a little weird to me, but it was funny.
yeah, that was weird. Yeah, the Rancor scene was dope to see. I was glad that they did
Yeah.
that. It was a nice gift. But I was a little disappointed that they were like, you know what, we don't want to deal with the syndicate, and I was just like, come on, yo, why y'all being a
Yeah.
punk, man? Like, yeah, really. Well, I understood. They're like, this is a piece of trash. We don't really care. Like, this land is, we're not going to send people to
I
die for it, so we're out.
I think the Pikes. I think the Pikes are already moving in and taking over the territory. So I think the Huts were just there to. My real belief with the Huts are they're still a big player, and they're just waiting for both sides to fight, and they're gonna come in and take it over when both sides are almost wiped out.
Yeah,
So, but I do want to. They were going back to Hutta. That's where the Huts are
yeah,
from. I would like to go see that planet in a live action
yeah.
show.
Have Luke.
We got to see that. We got to see that planet in Clone Wars, but to see it in a live action would be
Yeah,
awesome. So hopefully that's still there.
yeah. Hopefully Luke goes and kills
Now,
them all. Yeah, that's fine.
now with these new characters coming in, I'm telling you right now, I hope Hot Toys makes all these figures, man. Because getting Black Crescent and getting the twin, I'll get them.
You heard it,
I'll
guys.
get them.
You heard it here. You heard it
I'll
live.
get them.
You heard it
They were
live.
cool. They're cool. I will love. I will love to see that. So now, moving forward, now we're getting into. Uh, so after Black Crescent is let go, now we get a episode that is a little. Now, the word that stands out for this season for me is weird.
Mm-hmm,
Good story, but weird how they told it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because the next episode we get none other than who come back,
Oh
Mando.
my goodness.
Now that episode was awesome, man.
Yeah, I.
No, it was a good
It was
episode.
a
It wasn't bad.
freaking. See, okay, this is my issue here, right? Is that episode was the best episode. Episode 4 was probably the best episode of the whole entire series, and Boba was nowhere to be found. It
Mm-hmm.
was legitimately all Mando, and like it was beautiful. We got to really dive deep into Mandalorian's creed. We get to look at Death Watch. We get to look at the Dark Saber, Bo-Katan, like everything that was going on in season 2 a little bit got a little bit deeper into this one episode, and I loved it. But my
Mm-hmm.
issue is
Mm-hmm.
that felt more like a Mando thing than a Boba thing.
Now, I get that, and there's a bigger picture. There is a bigger picture in these TV series because all these TV series are tying into one another. They're working like the MCU with all the TV shows and the movies and everything. They're doing that with Star Wars. So I think the main character or characters are Mando and Grogu. So I think unfortunately I think we're gonna see a little bit of them in these upcoming shows that we're getting. You know, it it did overpower it, yes. But going into that episode, things were starting to fall flat for me
Yeah,
with the season. But then this picked it right back up.
yeah,
And it's not like it didn't fit. It fit in the story, but it fit in the story of Mando, not so much of Boba. You know what I mean?
right.
It fit, but it didn't fit for what the series is supposed to be for.
Right. And then I mean that's my fear is like I understand Disney has a big plan in terms of connecting all these
Mm-hmm.
shows together, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see the final product. But I just don't want it to be like, okay, Mando's about to save the whole entire show again. You
Mm-hmm.
know? Because I was really excited for Boba to carry the whole entire show because, he's this badass character who's, to
Yeah.
be feared and someone that's
Yes.
very respected, for what he does. So I don't know.
I'm actually that's where I disagree with you. I don't think he was respected. I think he was just feared,
Well, I mean,
and he's trying to change that. He's trying to be respected now, but not feared.
well, I mean,
That's what they were trying to do with him.
yeah, yeah,
You
I can
know,
see that. But just my thing though,
yeah,
like, if your main character of the show, which is at this point is Boba, not Mando, Boba,
hmm
and he gets outshined by like everybody else, it's like
hmm
to me that's a hindrance to the show.
yeah. It is
You know?
now. Now, that's episode 4.
Right. Yeah, it's episode
We got to
4.
see everything. Now we get to episode 5, and you think we're going to see Boba,
Oh yeah, 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 for sure.
and we do.
For like
We
for
see
like a
him
minute.
for like a minute, and he doesn't say a word. So it's kind of familiar of how he was in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
He's not saying a
Yeah, you
word,
don't
a
say
couple
nothing.
or
He's
a
just
couple words.
there.
But the big thing of episode 5, and to me, this is it really wasn't a place for it, but it was a good entrance for it. At the same time, is we got to see the deep fake. They fixed how Luke looked from the end of
Oh yeah,
Mando.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now, I think that was very impressive. I was impressed.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I was. It looked like him. It sounded like him. Yes, at some kind of some angles, it was a little off,
But
but it recovered nicely when you had like a full on view of him. But now we're getting into the story of Gogru.
yeah,
And here we go. This so Mando came in, he's having a hard time wielding the dark saber.
yeah.
Meaning he's not accepting
Who he is?
what his fate who he is and what his fate
Right.
is. So here we have Gogru, and Jedi's don't believe in absolutes in any way, but Luke gave Gogru a choice. And you know what? Luke is still learning too, because you got to see that. Who else did we have in that episode?
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. And you know what? Even though the episode was out of place for what the series is supposed to be, because of what happened, I didn't feel that way. I was getting drawn into the story of there. Now I'm getting drawn into the story and everything.
Hmm.
So, did the training sequence? I think the training sequence did take a little too much of the episode.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
But also on top of that, Mando rebuilding a new ship took a little too much out of the story too.
Yeah, yeah,
It was cool. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. It was cool.
yeah.
But
I mean, I agree with you. Like episode 5. That's why I didn't say episode 5 was the best one, because I felt episode 5, even though it was great, we got to see Ahsoka come back, we got to see Luke, Grogu, Mando's new ship and everything. Just seeing the Jedi Temple being rebuilt and everything like that, the academy that Luke is doing and stuff like that. That was all nice to see. But again, it was awesome to see. But again, I'm like, where is Boba?
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
guys you got to time me in with this. You got to time me, because
Yeah.
to me, Chris, like, don't get me wrong, I thought it was awesome. It was just the
Mm-hmm,
visuals were beautiful, man. Like, oh man,
mm-hmm.
to see them was awesome again, right? I love the little Ahsoka thing, like you're just like your father. Like
I'm a friend. No,
I'm a family
I'm a
friend.
family friend. That
Like
was awesome. I'm a
I
family friend.
really like that made me happy, because
Mm-hmm.
that was a warm feeling, like
Like it was a. I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of things that happened so far up to this point was a lot of fan service.
yeah,
Like we want to see Luke and Ahsoka meet each other.
yeah.
She knew his dad, and I wonder if she told him that she knew his dad. Like we don't. I don't know. She didn't say anything,
No,
but she said she's a family friend.
yeah,
So So that was like
But like,
really, really
not
cool.
even just the dad. She knows Padme too. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
but okay, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna go into them because it's not about them. But like,
Now that it's. I'm sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Good.
I was gonna say like, even though I love to see all of them again, right? It just
Hmm.
it did a disservice to Boba, but it also
Hmm.
did a justice to Mando. You know,
Hmm.
moving forward because it's like, okay, this pushes. I'm more excited for season 3 than I was for the ending
Hmm.
of Boba Fett. You
Yeah.
know,
Like So when we got to see Mando, when Mando came in, that was directed by uh, John Favreau.
right?
That episode. Then the next episode with Ahsoka, that
Dave
was
Filoni.
directed by Dave
Yeah,
Filoni. So you got to see those two guys. Their storytelling is awesome. Is awesome. Some of the other episodes, I think it was editing problems. Like they put things in different wrong spots or something. It was like the flow. There was flow. Then there was a break in the flow, and there was flow again.
right,
Then there was a break in the flow. That's what I'm saying. That the season was weird. Now we're getting into now. Boba is recruiting
right. To fight
people
the syndicate.
so
Yeah,
to fight the syndicate. So Mando comes. They offer him money. He said no. This is free. Then he says he might know of some people that will fight.
yeah,
Help. So Mando leaves, and then he goes, and it was cool. We get to see Cobb Vanth again.
yeah. The
That was awesome.
marshal.
The Marshal. He is one of the best canon characters. He's strictly from novels. So get to see him, and I like the actor. The actor is really good actor.
Yeah, I like the marshal.
He,
Yeah,
yeah, he is spot on, excellent. So we got to see him. The Pikes were in his territory. They were dealing. They had spice. They offered spice to him because it's worth more than how much his
town
free
cost. Yeah,
town, his town cost, and he turned it down. He's showing his side. He made a choice. He's for his people. So
yeah,
I think that's what Boba's trying to do, and I think that's what Mando's trying to do. Um, and I want to get back to Mando, but I'm going to do that at the end. Um, so we have that, but the ending. Now, Luis,
yeah. I already
who was
know.
the
I
who
already know.
who was the one guy I said I wanted to see?
All right, guys. I have a screenshot of this on this day that this episode came out. Chris tells me, right, hold on, I'm actually gonna pull it up because this is. I told Chris I was like I'm gonna save the screenshot, and he goes, "Do it." He's like, "Use it for the
Do it.
channel," and I was like, "Oh, I will."
Do it.
So
Do it.
hold up, okay. So Chris texts me right on the episode, right, February 2nd, right, and he goes. Kane Bane better be in this episode. If he doesn't show up at all in these next 2 episodes, I will officially give this show a rating of 1. And I write, I will hold you to this. I am taking a screenshot, and I'll post the picture here. But Chris called it. He called it on the day. We got we
Like,
got Kane Bane at the end of the episode.
but can I just say, when you saw the silhouette
Oh,
of that person walking to the
it
village,
was game over.
you
It
knew
was
you knew by the silhouette that was him.
for
You knew.
all right. So we may have lost some people here because guys, Kane Bane is someone that was in the
Yes.
cartoon version of the Clone
Clone
Wars.
Wars.
He
Yes.
we got him from season 3. He was a main villain in that. He like outsmarted Obi-Wan, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka. He was such a badass
Yes.
bounty hunter. And to see him in this live action really did make me happy
Yes.
because I was like, yo, this guy's about to kill everybody.
So so I'll give you a little backstory of Cad Bane, and Cad Bane plays a big
Huge
part
role.
in this series, a big role in this series, because Cad Bane was trained
Right.
by Jango Fett, Boba Fett's
Yeah.
father.
Yeah.
Okay, he was trained by Jango Fett. Then, after Jango Fett died, Boba was trying to find his way, and then Cad Bane took in Boba Fett and trained
Yep,
him.
he did.
So, a little backstory also, there were some scenes that were never made or made it to the actual cartoon. They have filmed it, but they never finished it. Was a final duel between Cad Bane and Boba. That dent that Boba has on his helmet is from Cad Bane.
Yep.
And Cad Bane has a metal plate on his head because Boba shot him in the head. So that's something that you would not see or read anywhere. It's just in deleted scenes from the cartoon.
Right.
So at the end of the episode, he comes in and basically gives a warning. Don't meddle in Pike business.
Don't do it.
You know, don't do it. And it's like a wild, wild west standoff. And of course, the deputy had to make the move for his gun
Okay,
first.
I'm not gonna lie. I was happy he died. Can I say that?
Cad Bane, he has the quickest draw
Ever.
in all of the
Ever.
galaxy. Took out the deputy, and then he shot Cobb Vanth, but he didn't give him a kill wound. He shot him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Then Cad Bane said a couple more words, and then he just walked away like a cool cat. Just walked away.
Bad mother lover.
And mind you, Cad Bane, I think at this point in the Star Wars timeline, he is 71 years old.
Yeah, no, he's an old dude.
He's old. He's been around. He's been
around the galaxy.
So that ended the episode right then and there. Now, next episode comes, Boba. They're preparing for war. There's a lot of things happening. They're preparing for war. We didn't touch on this, but in earlier episodes, Boba sits down with the neighboring cartels in the area and asks them either to stand with him or, if the time comes, just if somebody asks them to go against him, just to back out, just stay out of
it. Don't meddle.
Well, first off, the Pikes started everything by blowing up a club, which
it was the only reason why I was watching the show, guys. It was the only reason.
And what can I say? That started off the ending of this show.
That's the only reason why I give it a 1.
So, that happened, and then now we're into the last episode. Yeah, you have Cad Bane walking into a meeting with the mayor, the other syndicates, and the Pikes, and he's basically saying that we need to get Boba Fett out. He goes, he'll handle it. He'll get him out. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
So now we cut back to Mando and Boba. They're getting ready to fight side by side.
They get their ass whooped.
But when Cad Bane comes and he pulls out, he gets Boba Fett to come out the building, and his words to Boba that he will always be a killer.
Yeah.
And that the Pikes killed his family, and we didn't talk about the Tuskens, his family. That's like one of the important things. The Pikes killed his family, the Tuskens. Boba was about to kill him, but Fennec goes,
"Not now,
not now," and that was a powerful moment for me, because that's a defining moment. Boba's actually, instead of going on emotion, which we all want him to because he's a badass, he had a life-changing moment in the Sarlacc Pit. He says he wants to live now. He wants to do right. He doesn't want to do wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a lot of things to look at in this show. But we could be here talking forever. Forever. So we get into the final episode. There's guns. the lasers firing
Power
everywhere.
Rangers flying, they're
Power
dying.
Rangers coming.
Rancor
Uh,
flying in,
well,
destroying
before the Rancor, they um, what's it called the lizard people. Damn it!
the
I
the
keep
people that look like Bosk. Like, I forgot what they're
yeah.
called, but yeah, I know you're talking about.
The Trandoshans. The
The Bosk
Trandoshans
people.
come. They beat up Black Crusade. Black Crusade is now fighting on Boba's side, and But the cool thing about that episode, a few cool things. One, Boba and Mando fighting side by side,
Yeah, that was cool.
and Boba finally using his jetpack. He
Uh,
uses jetpack all season long. He uses the jetpack then, but the fighting. That's what Mandalorians do. They fight with one another. If somebody goes down,
they're gonna.
they help you
They're gonna.
in the middle of the battle.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I was hoping that he would do was shoot his knee rockets again, like he did it in Mando's
Dude.
season. When he lifted up his knees and he shot the knee
Dude.
rockets, bro.
I know.
Ooh,
See, but that's what I was waiting for the whole entire time.
yeah, it was. I know.
Like, you got a knee rocket, bro. The whole entire time you didn't use it.
So that happened. There's fighting, but then we have these walkers. These I think they're called Spidicas or something like that. These walking like droidicas. They're made by the same company
Yeah.
that made the
The rolly
droidicas. They
balls.
have shields, and they're just wrecking house, bro.
They're just wrecking
And
Ralph.
wrecking. They're beating the crap out of Mando because Boba said, "I'll be right back. Just hold them off for a little bit." Then finally we get Grogu come
Yeah,
back.
Grogu comes back.
Grogu comes back. There's a loving moment there. Some funny scenes in there too. There's a lot of funny moments. I give that. But then the epic moment, the epic Boba coming and riding on a Rancor, bro. When you heard that thing screaming, that was cool. I liked it. You know what I mean? What about you?
Yeah, the Rancor scene was really dope. Uh, Grogu was cute, of course. I look forward to the part after that Rancor scene. I'm not gonna lie, the part when the Rancor destroys the little rolly balls, bah, 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 bah,
Yep.
Grogu
When he tore it
tore it
apart,
apart.
when he grabbed the legs and tore it apart, that
Grogu
was cool.
sleeps with the Rancor. They get in a little
Yes.
cuddling phase. That was cute. And then I'm telling you right now, what happened afterwards? That was probably one of the most badass scenes for Boba of the whole entire series. Him,
Yeah, Bob. Him and Cad Bane,
Can
man.
Bane,
Face to
face to
face.
face. And dude, I kid you not, for a 71-year-old old man, Kane Bane, that dude was he he was like, you cannot beat me right here. He said, Boba, don't do it. He said, don't do it. He said, like, he's like, I'll teach you another lesson. I'll take you back to class. He's like, this will be your final lesson because I'm gonna kill you. And
So
dude, that fighting
he got the
scene,
first shot off.
oof.
He got the first shot off. He went up to him to give that kill shot, man. But then the animal in Boba Fett, like we saw when he was beating the crap out of those troopers
Yeah.
in Mando season, that came over his face, and he took the caffey stick and he was beating
Beating the crap.
beating the crap out of Cad Bane, and then Cad Bane tells him, "You don't have the guts to do it," and he fucking
Stabs him.
boom. Excuse my language. He right through the heart.
Mm. Mm.
But there was a beeping sound at the
Yeah,
end of
you
that.
think it was like one of those bounty hunter
It was like a
thingies.
beeping. Is like I think so. Every bounty hunter has controls on their suits or armor that calls their ships and everything.
Yeah.
So I think he has a little droid himself.
He does have a droid. Yeah, he does.
He does have a droid. So I think the droid was bringing the ship to come save him. Listen, nobody's dead in Star Wars. Nobody.
Unless you're Anakin.
I mean Mace Windu is not dead.
Oh, Mace Windu is still alive.
Mace Windu is going to come out. He's going to come out at the end of all this, and he's going to kill Thrawn.
Yeah.
That's what Mace Windu's going to do.
Yeah, the only people that
Okay.
actually died are the younglings that Anakin killed. But yeah,
Yes.
everybody else
so
stay alive.
so right then and there, Boba. I think Boba. What I got out of Cad Bane dying is that's what Boba doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to die a lonely death.
Right.
So Boba makes a choice. I want to change my life. I want to rule by helping people so they can help me,
Yeah.
and we have a good society. And that's what I got out of it. That now the town is actually giving him
Yeah.
respect
Now he's getting respect.
because he defended he defended Mos Espa.
Free fruit.
Yep.
Getting all the coins in the world.
So ended there. Uh, Now there was one extra credit scene, which I thought I rather have seen, like, because they did the deep fake with Luke. I think I would have loved to see like the Millennium Falcon landing where Luke was on that planet,
Yeah.
and then you could have Leia and Han come off the ship and saying to Luke, "I think we have your first Padawan," and Ben Solo comes
Mm.
out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you're starting to see stuff that we saw in the new the latest movies, the latest trilogy
Yeah. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the Star Wars saga. So that would have been cool. Not seeing Cobb Vanth in the back of the tank, and then he's about to get modded by the modder.
Yeah. I thought that was too much.
It is not too much. It's like it didn't like okay. So he's not dead. Oh, I'll live with that, but I don't need to see that. I'd rather see something else cooler than that.
Yeah. I'd rather
Uh,
see. Yeah. I don't know. I don't
so
think Ben Solo is going to be his first Padawan though.
it has to be, or somebody like he's gonna be like you gotta tie in the new movies in here. It's
Oh.
during the timeline.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Eventually, yeah, but I don't think
You have to
I don't
something.
think Ben Solo was his first student though. I think his first student. Well, because you know why? You know why I don't think Ben Solo is his first student. I'm sorry to go off, but because we do get a scene with Luke and Leia training together.
That's true too.
So
That is true.
anyway, that's besides the point.
That's fine.
I do
That's
wish
fine.
they did something like
So
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So what do you got,
Sorry,
buddy?
my final
No, no.
thoughts. My final thoughts is I definitely love what they're gonna do for season 3 of Mando. I'm excited for that. Boba, it didn't start out that great, but it did end really well. I'll give it
Mm-hmm.
that. The visuals, guys. If you just watch it for the visuals, it's gonna blow your mind because it
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
clean. It was definitely like if this was all in one movie, I think I wouldn't be disappointed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was just one straight movie, these I guess like 5 6 hours, I wouldn't be disappointed because I'm like, oh, dude, these visuals, this story was great. But I feel like because I had
Mm-hmm.
to wait each week and
Yeah.
had to wait for all this, it was like, and I was able to digest it more and more and more. I was like, I don't know, but I think
Mm-hmm.
overall, I still love Star Wars. Overall, Boba Fett, you know, you're still a badass in my heart. I wish Boss did come onto the scene.
I
That would
know.
have been cool.
Still a
Still a
possibility.
possibility.
He's still.
Uh,
We don't know if he's dead or not,
he's
but
definitely not dead.
no
But
possibility.
Kane Bane, I love that they put the original voice actor
Mm-hmm.
into the player into the character.
He was in the suit.
Yeah,
That was
yeah, that
him.
was him. That
That was
was
cool. That was
the
cool.
original Kane Bane playing Kane Bane again. So
Yeah.
that made me happy. So
So I would say overall, I'm a Star Wars fan. It's a Star Wars show. I love Star Wars. I love the show. As a Star Wars show, I give it an 8. Okay? But if you take the name, The Book of Boba Fett, and look at what we saw, I think there was bad marketing with that.
yeah,
And if I would go by the name of the show, I probably would give it a 5 6.
yeah. See, that's where I am
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. That's if you go by the name.
well, I have to go by the name because it's called the Book of Boba Fett. So if For me, I give it. I mean, like I can't if it's I can't be like, oh, it's Star Wars, so it has to be higher. It's like no, but it's called Book of Boba, so uh,
I think even higher. I mean, it's eight's an average show. Man.
yeah,
Eight's
no, eight
average.
is freaking fantastic. I think like again the visuals compared to any other show, it blows it out of the waters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
in terms of you know that it's called Book of Boba, and they kind of did him dirty, I have to give it
mm-hmm,
a 5. You know, and I don't think 5 is
mm-hmm,
bad. It's 2.5 stars. You know, out of 5.
mm-hmm.
So um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm
It,
excited for. I'm like still excited for more shows. You know, we're getting Obi-Wan soon.
yes. Yes. May 25th, baby.
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
and
I can't wait.
I think Obi-Wan's going to be fantastic because McGregor is great, and you know,
And Hayden Christensen's in
yeah,
it.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be. The Book of Boba. It was good. I just I'm tired of the waiting in between Star Wars shows.
Yeah,
It's killing me. It's not like Marvel. Marvel, you have like show after show. Like Moon Knight's coming.
yeah, I,
So like with Star Wars, unfortunately, we have to wait. But I wish they could put things closer together.
yeah,
Would be cool. But overall, I love the episode. If they make a season two, I'll watch it. But I think my main thing with Boba Fett is I think he should just stick to being a secondary character, not a
for
primary.
sure. But guys,
And that's it.
let us know in the comments below what you guys think about the Book of Boba Fett. Did you guys like it? Did you guys dislike it? What did you like? What did you hate? Maybe you're in the same boat with me and you're like, dude, they should have just done Mando. Maybe you're on the Chris's side and you're like, you know what? We need WandaVision season 2 because I can't wait to see Doctor Strange. Oh wait, sorry, wrong show, wrong show. Um, or maybe you're just like Joe, who's playing invisible. He's Invisible Man. I was about to say woman, but Joe's not a. Yeah, that would have been bad. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Sorry, Joe.
Joe's playing the Illuminati, if you know from. Okay, sorry, I can't go too far. But yeah, so but in Kevin Feige we trust.
This is a big galaxy.
Big
This is a
galaxy.
big galaxy.
But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please continue to like and subscribe, and we can't wait to see your comments. We want to have a discussion with you
Please
guys.
leave comments.
But
Please.
this is your boy Luis. I'm out.
Peace, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Joe.
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 Is he here?
I don't know.
Joe.
Hey, Joe. I
Joe.
guess not.